Here she comes again, always with that cloth and silly chef's hat.
Yeah, well, man, you should see how she looks when she staggers out here in the mornings. Hair all wild, squinty eyes, and oof, can we say morning breath?
I'm betting she doesn't dump stuff inside of you and toss you into a hot oven.
Nah, but she does put this stinky hot brew inside me every morning. Yeah, and she's always sticking a spoon.
Oh no, why is she smiling?
Hello, my lovelies, it's TTT Day. Know what that means? TNT? Did she say TNT? She's gonna blow us up.
No, doofus. TTT. Tiny Tidy Tuesday. She's gonna give us a little TLC.
Oh, it's about time. After all we do for her.
Welcome to another episode of Tiny Tidy Tuesday. Special thanks to Sunday Dawn at the Helpful Home for hosting this great collab. Check out the playlist below for other great cleaning inspiration videos.
I had the strangest dream. The coffee station and the baking pans were talking to each other, and then boom! They all blew up. Then I woke up. So weird. Anyway, it's that time of week again, and today I'm cleaning the coffee station area and trying to create some semblance of order in my overflow baking pan cabinet. Oh, excuse me guys, I got up with a horrible sore throat this morning. I don't know if you remember, but in one of my tiny tidies, I tidied the drawer here with my tablecloths and things, and it's actually stayed, camera's kind of crooked here, sorry, stayed very well organized and tidied. So today, I'm sorry. And I also, if you'll recall, I had a punch bowl here, which I actually found a home for after several suggestions. And I turned this into a coffee bar, which had been something I'd wanted to do for a long time. So today I'm tidying this area. The top has all my coffee mugs, the open coffees, a few pods, and it stays pretty well organized. So there's, the French press, a coffee grinder. Let me lift this higher. French press, coffee grinder, the milk frother, a few flavored syrups, things like that. So that area is good. This area needs wiping down. I could not find a single mat large enough, but these were just inexpensive placemats, I believe from Walmart. And they work really well because they're the plasticky type, so I can just wipe them down easily. So my goal today is just to wipe all this down, wipe down the outsides of my canisters. I keep 2 kinds of coffee, some sugar, and then some stevia here. And I have an open bottle of syrup sitting down. And then, forgive me, I'm still a little sore on my feet where I banged them. This beast is going to be tackled. This is the bottom of the cabinet, and it's my overflow baking pans. It's the ones that more or less are the specialty pans. And you can see I'm really guilty of just kind of tossing things in here. I'll step back so you can get a better view. These doors do not open wide enough for me to be able to sit there with the camera. I've already tried it. So I'm gonna pull all that out, and I bought some inexpensive baskets from Dollar Tree just to see if they'll even fit under here. And I'm gonna see if I can do some semblance of organization down there, and I'll show you that, an after photo. Gosh, excuse me, an after photo of that in just a moment. But my actual cleaning for you to see is just going to be wiping this area down, and I'll probably take the water reservoir over and fill it as well. So I'm going to try this. I'm hoping that I can do this kind of one-handed. I keep this little glass tray here. I keep a spoon on it, and when we take the filter out, we set it on this because this is easy for me to take over and wash, and it does need washing. So I'm going to take it over. You just won't see me do that because I'm not going to walk you all over the house today. So bear with me. I'm going to stop this, get this phone out of my hand, and pop it on the tripod and see what I can do. I'm going to start just getting these items out of my way. I brought just a cloth over and a bowl of lightly soaked water here. We occasionally end up with little splashes of coffee on this. You know how sometimes the coffee splashes on with the Keurig, so I try to keep that done. I'm gonna set this up top for now. These little canisters actually came from Walmart. They really weren't very expensive. I think they were the mainstay brand. I like the fact that they have the spoons added. I tend to use those to fill the filter. And then of course I keep a stirring spoons over on the tray. Most of the time when it's just my husband and I, we just use the same spoon. If I have guests over, I set out extra. I'm gonna get a drying cloth. I'm just gonna dry these and pop them back over here. Keep out 2 coffees. This one is a dark roast, very strong, and my husband tends to prefer that. I'm hit and miss on my preference. I do some of that, and then I do some of this, which is just a lighter breakfast blend. But you can see, hope you can see that. Sometimes I get coffee like from the spoon, coffee grounds from the spoon on the outside, so it periodically just has to be wiped off. And all of these are pretty full, so nothing needs a top off, so that's good. Just, oops, I forgot to put the spoon back. I don't actually use sugar in my coffee. I'm not crazy about it, but when we have guests, they like to have sugar a lot of times. And when my daughter's here, gosh, sorry guys, I wasn't kidding when I said I got up with a sore throat. When my daughter is here, she likes to have sugar in her coffee, so I just keep some out. Keeps me from having to, you know, do an emergency pull any out kind of thing. And for me, I prefer stevia. I don't do a lot of Splenda or Equal or things like that. They do tend to trigger some migraines and blood sugar issues for me. So, okay, there's that. This doesn't look horrible, but you can see, I hope you can see there's some in that needs to be cleaned. I'm just grateful they didn't make this thing one solid piece and we have to try to figure out how to clean it over at the sink without getting all the electronics wet. Okay, that's much better. This cabinet is one that has moved with us for years. We bought it, we lived out in the country in an older house that did not have adequate storage space. And this originally started its life as my baking shelf. And I kept my baking supplies in the top and my large flour canisters and things like that here on the main shelf, and then of course more supplies down at the bottom. When my kids were little, I used to bake a minimum of 6 pounds of bread dough a week kind of thing, plus whatever sweets I made. So I did a lot of baking. Okay, I'm going to, at this point, stop the video and I'll fill up the reservoir, wash my little thing and get that back, and then I'm going to get down here at the bottom and see what kind of order I can create from that. I guess I'll see if I can figure out a way to get the camera to kind of look over my shoulder, but I'm not sure that I can. I'm just not that savvy with the camera. So we'll be back in just a second. Okay, I think I kind of have. Ooh, sorry. I last week dropped a bench on my feet, both feet, and it's very sore. I think I kind of have this where you can see what I have under here. I have cake pans. I have 1 pound loaf pans. I have 2 pound loaf pans. I see cheesecake molds, 2 of my small bundt pans. I have cornbread pans that were my great-grandmother's, popovers. One of the reasons I have a lot of this is because of food allergies, it's very difficult for me to buy baked goods. So, Twinkie type pans, mini muffins. I use this for making chocolate candies. A scone pan, a metal pie plate, another larger cheesecake pan, a small, I don't even know what size this is, rectangular pan, 2 12-inch pizza pans, one of those brownie pans where you make the individual squares decorated. That was an impulse purchase. Various size cake pans, 9 by 13 pan, another loaf pan, 3 mini loaf pans that my children bought me when they were little for Mother's Day one year. I actually use these a lot more because I can make a muffin mix or a muffin recipe, and divide it into 3 of these, and keeps fresh longer that way. Obviously, muffin pans, jumbo muffin pans, tart pan, my French baguette pan, mini tarts or pies, and then these are for, it's got some dust or something on it. It tells you I haven't used it in a while. This is for like those Hostess type cupcakes. So I'm going to take all of this out, wipe it down, and then see if I can get some stuff in some baskets and get it a little better organized. Trying to force myself to stop. I tend to just, didn't bring my cloth over. I tend to just toss things back in there when I finish. Whereas I feel like there's more than adequate space if I would just take the time to put things back, but I'm not. I only in the last maybe 2 years started using it for baking pans. I don't even know that it's been 2 years. Possibly even just a year. And it was an experiment to see if it would work. And I do like having them over here because it's convenient having them all in one place instead of in a cabinet over in the kitchen. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Let's see how many of these I can fit. Okay, so I can fit 2 of the large, and I have multiples of the small, more than I even brought out here. But I want to leave some space, so I can fit 2 large and, wow, up to possibly 6 of the small. So let's see what we can come up with. Too long. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but the pans that are too long for the basket, I'm kind of sliding up and letting the basket push them up. I will show an after photo when I get this some semblance here. Be kind of nice to have all of the muffin pans in one spot here. Let's see if the popover pan will fit. And then the muffins and the popovers. And wow, is that all of them? Okay, so that fits pretty good. Kind of putting all of the one spot. And I'm going to put my loaf pans this was going to be when I decided to film it. Loaf pan and the mini loaf pans. I'm going to put that as well. Okay, now that fits. Now let's see what I can do with these. I don't know if this is actually going to fit in one or not. Well, it might. We'll see. I have a second one of these, but it's actually in the kitchen being used, so they'll both go in that. Now, let's see. These are my deeper cake pans. I do use these a lot also in the Instant Pot and things like that. Pizza pans. My really large pizza pans, the mammoth ones, are actually, I know I shouldn't keep them in the warming tray of the oven, but that is their home because I'm not sure where else to keep them. Now my cheesecake pans. The tart pan. And I'll have a home, and that leaves my scone pan. I think might fit in this tray. Perfect. I didn't use these two, but no harm in that. They will be put to use in other places. So here is the after. The weird little square brownie pan, my cake plates, cheesecake and tart pans. Then these are some of the tiny baking pans there. My loaf pans, popovers, muffins, scones, and then the larger pans that won't fit in because of length in the trays. So not bad for a few minutes work and a little bit of piddling. Coffee's ready. Thanks for letting me tag along and do another Tiny Tidy Tuesday video this week, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate you all and the interaction that you provide when you comment down below and just watching everyone else's videos. So if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button, hit thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and come back. If you're old here, thank you for being back. I guess old here is the wrong... What's the right way to say that? Would you say thank you for returning? Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to think about that now. Thank you for coming back. You're always welcome here at Home with Shara C. I had to add the C because I couldn't find myself when I typed in my name. And as always, these videos are just my ramblings through life. You never know if I'm gonna cook, clean, paint, draw, crochet, and then there's always those mystery videos thrown in there where something just hits my fancy. If you get a chance, please go down below and check out all the great cleaning videos. There are a ton of inspirational videos, especially if you go over to the Helpful Home and find all the playlists. And if not, you can flip through my cleaning videos, at least as long as I've been participating, which I can't remember. This is 4 or 5 videos, maybe 6, I'm not sure. The Tuesdays all run together when you get to be my age. There are plenty of older videos that will still inspire you. So, guys, enjoy your cup of coffee. I'm certainly going to enjoy mine. And take time this week to do something good for yourself and maybe something good for someone else. See you soon. So good.
Thanks for watching. Hope to see you back for more videos. Please click that thumbs up below if you like this video, and please subscribe and hit the bell so you'll know when new content goes up. See you soon.